Everybody loves kisses, especially here in the Hamptons. You know, the chocolate ones and the actual ones. But we're fortunate to have Kisses Chloe. And I have the filmmaker here, who's a terrific guy, Stephen Padilla. And there's Stephen there at the end. And I have Mikal, and she is an actress and a beautiful girl. Get a good close-up of Mikal Evans. And Robin Singer. And I changed Robin's name to Robin Semingowitz or something like that. But today we're going to go by her actual name, Robin Singer.
Thank you.
And it is a intriguing story, and you're such a refreshing group, and it's such a pleasure to have you out here. Thanks for coming out to East Hampton Studios and to the film festival.
Thank you.
This story is intriguing. It's like a classic thing, and it cuts across, you know, all sorts of things. Guys my age enjoy watching it, and your age group loves it. Without blowing the plot, I don't want to give a synopsis myself, so how about you as a filmmaker, give us a little plot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kisses Chloe, it's a relationship movie, and it's a relationship movie about a couple that visits a friend for the weekend in the Hamptons. And, you know, over the course of the weekend, loves old and new, and complications past and present emerge, and out of that comes quite a bit of conflict.
Mm-hmm. Is it autobiographical?
It's not autobiographical. Look, it has, like everything, it has some autobiography in it, you know. I would call it more biographical,
Okay.
and I won't mention whose biography.
All right.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, I know.
Of course.
Okay, very good. Well, it's good to hear. But the thing that intrigues us here, especially encouraging here in Suffolk County on the East End, you actually made a film here on the East End. And I just want you to touch upon that, because we're trying to encourage that, you know, the 30% tax thing. How was your experience making a film here on the East End?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we shot the entire film in the Hamptons. You know, we lived and worked here during production, and you know, it was great. I mean, we had a really local experience. You know, we worked and lived, but we also ate locally. You know, we had, you know, local farms delivering us food, and
got our cheap local gas, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, your seafood and
seafood,
you know,
right.
and it was a really great, you know, sort of Hamptons experience, and it was you know, especially for those for whom this was a new experience, who hadn't come out to the Hamptons. They had a chance to really see, you know, what it was like to sort of live and work in the Hamptons, and it's a great, you know, it's a great community, and we're really excited to be showing the film here now. You know,
Absolutely, we're excited to see it, because anything, you know, the people in the Hamptons like to see themselves. It sounds odd out there. I mean, if you're watching this in Staten Island, but they do. It's like, you know. It's like those people that say at a cocktail party, well, enough about you. How about you talking about me? You know, that type of a thing.
Yeah.
But basically, the storyline and the and acting in it, I mean, what drove you to the part?
It really appealed to me to be able to play a character that has, you know, so many levels and so much to explore. She's got a very strong, Chloe has a very strong outward persona that she shows the world and the other characters in the film, and I was just really interested in, you know, getting to the layers that were below that.
And was it difficult to touch that, or was it something that you figured it was no problem, I could do this?
It's never no problem, I could do this, I don't think, with any role, but I feel like she was very vivid on the page for me. When I first read the entire script, I think that there were a lot of really, really built-in, thorough clues to who she was, and just exploring that was.
Well,
really
you made it very
amazing.
believable. You both did, and you know, producing the thing, it actually, you know, was almost like, you know, you felt almost like a you know, an observer in a very intimate setup, and you know. It was terrific. And how about you, Mikal? How did you? What did you bring to the role? What tools did you bring into the job?
I think what attracted me to Emily was her, I would say, maybe tragic flaws, that she can't let go of anything, and is a kind of young woman that often will do what people want from her and what people expect from her, and how she acts towards other people, and especially in intimate relationships, which she's very close to Chloe and then her boyfriend Alex. And And I think that's something that's very common, especially among women today, is doing what other people want from you.
To please people.
Yeah, but she's a pleaser, and in the film, she has the first moment where she does something really for herself, which is a powerful moment.
It is, and it's something that really speaks volumes. And putting it together, you have an excellent team. How did you get everybody?
You know, that was the big challenge, because we weren't just going to work together, we were going to live together. So I really needed to find people that I thought could not only work together well, but live together well. And that's tough.
Yeah.
You know,
Just ask the space program.
yeah, exactly, right. So you know, it was like casting a full crew as well as the cast. You know, you wanted to make sure that you were casting people who were of a certain type, you know, that could do this, that could mesh well with the others, and make sure that the dynamic in the house was a good one and a positive one to allow them to kind of do their work, you know. So
And it looks very lush on the screen. I'm not going to ask you about your budget,
Okay.
because it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars. I could feel it.
Yes.
But it has a beautiful look, and there's a certain how did you shoot it? What format did you use?
So we shot on red, and you know, what I like about red is that it's got a lot of latitude in it, and it really allows you to kind of color in post, which we did. But I will say, you know, that we did a lot of that work on set. You know, the weather changes so rapidly out here. You know, we were out on the water, and it really changes.
And the skies, everything looked vivid. So
yeah. Well, we waited, you know, and we'd switch some scenes around so that we would get a certain sky or a certain look on a certain day, you know, and
But you had the freedom of good optic. The changes of your structures were beautiful. I mean, very well done.
Thank you.
And it's problematic. I mean, when you're dealing with other environments, and the light here on the East End is unlike any place else. It's really pure white.
Yeah.
So the color intensity and contrast is very high.
It is, and you know, we were able to soften a little bit of that up in post and doing some color, and the director of photography, Ramsey Fendel, did a great job sort of battling that light.
Brilliant job.
Yeah, so it's you know, look, the East End is a beautiful place to shoot a film. It offers, I think, you know, scenery that you don't necessarily get in other places, and it offers what you just said, a kind of light that you know isn't universal, and I think when you see the film, you see, and if you're an East Ender, you'll recognize it immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though we don't actually say, you know, we're in this town in the Hamptons, you'll know where we are.
You know exactly where you are. It's beautiful, and the pacing is terrific, and the intensity and the music, everything's good, and which begs the thing. Well, first of all, you have distribution.
Not yet. You know, this is our world premiere here at the Hamptons, so
Okay.
we premiere for the Saturday night at 10 p.m. for the first time.
All right.
And we'll take it from there.
Okay, distribution's open. So I always say to the boys and girls at home with big fat checkbooks, this is a perfect vehicle, because it is a movie that has legs, and I think that you know, it's going to be snapped up before the festival's over. I could feel it. It should be picked up and have a very wide distribution, and has international play as well, because I think that the story cuts across anything. I mean, it's not only in a story here that is stateside, and you know, what's at stake is basic human emotion that is in everything that we have. What's your next project?
Do you want to be our publicist, by the way? We might have an opening for you, because that was great. We'll take you around for the rest of the festival circuit.